Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about KL Polish's Zodiac Collection, specifically the water signs, which are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. If you missed the review on the air signs and the earth signs, I will link those two videos not only at the end of this video, but also in the description box for you guys. We're going to do this review in the same way I did the other two. We're going to swatch them on a swatch wheel so you can see how the application goes. I'm going to show a few comparisons that I was able to find in my stash, and I'll talk about my experience with the formula as well as share some swatch photos for you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start with my least favorite of the three to my favorite. So the first one that I want to mention, which is obviously my least favorite, and I gotta say it's not only my least favorite from this collection so far, it's my least favorite polish that I've tried from KL Polish. And surprise, surprise, I'm talking about Pisces. When you look at this polish in the bottle, I mean, it looks gorgeous, doesn't it? But it has a terrible formula. On KL Polish's website, Pisces is described as a metallic turquoise polish that will make you feel like the mermaid you are. I mean, do you get mermaid vibes with this polish? Yes, of course. But it didn't make me feel like a mermaid. It made me feel really mad because the formula was really bad. This polish goes on very thin. The formula is so thin that it likes to flood the area around your nail. I can show you here quickly on this swatch. I did bump my nail into something, so ignore that, but just here, I mean, I kind of did some cleanup with my nail, you know, I went around it where I could, but it flooded my side of the nail, it's flooded my cuticles, the other side of the nail, and I had that experience when I swatched it on my nails for my picture. It takes 3 coats to be fully opaque, and I've talked about it before. I don't mind doing 3 coats if it's worth getting there, but this is just a metallic polish. To me, it's more aqua than turquoise, but you know, doesn't matter. It's a beautiful color. It's very unique to the KL Polish line, but it's just a metallic, you guys. And for a metallic, I personally don't want to do 3 coats. Some pros of this polish is that it dries really fast. So even though you do have to do 3 coats, those 3 coats dry up really fast, so it doesn't take a long time to get there. And I mean, it dries fast in a positive way. Also, the color is very unique. It's not a brush strokey metallic, which, you know, I gotta give it points for that because I personally don't like having brush strokes on my nails. So I love that about this polish. Although it does look kind of brush strokey on that first coat, you know, as you build it up, they go away. So that's nice. But my biggest pet peeve with this polish is that it pulls from the tips. I'm gonna insert a picture of how this polish looks at 2 coats, and you can totally see what I mean by that. It just does not look pretty at all. On my birthday haul video, I was wearing a thermal from Colores de KL that was pulling from my tips, and you know, till this day, I'm still not sure how I feel about it. It's a beautiful polish, yes it is, but I don't like that it pulls back from my tips. Now, that might be just a me issue. It might not happen to everybody, because I read some polish on my birthday haul video that Colores de KL polish did not pull under tips, so it might vary. So I recommend that with this polish, you definitely take a look at other reviews. Just from my experience, it pulled from the tips. It was too runny. I don't think it's worth the 3 coats. But here, let me show you briefly. This is how it looks on 1 coat. And you can see some brush strokes there, but as you build it up, it goes away. I'm going to go ahead and add the 2nd coat so you can see how it applies. This is just the thinnest consistency I've ever seen on a KL polish. It might be for the color, you know? Okay, so there it goes. Two coats of Pisces, and I'm telling you, it builds up really nicely, but just not for me, you guys. I would love to hear your experience with Pisces if you own it already. Also, like I said, this polish gets an A+ for uniqueness, at least in my stash, and I own over 800 polishes, so you know, I'm not saying that lightly. I do have 1 polish in my stash that's kind of similar. They're obviously not dupes, as you can see, but it's like a similar finish. So that one is from Color Club, and this is in the shade Off the Charts. There it is, Off the Charts. And it has like a similar metallic-y finish to Pisces. They're not dupes by any means. I mean, as you can see here, even on my fingers, KL Polish does have a much better formula. It does get opaque in 3 coats versus this one at 3 coats. You can still see some streakiness and uneven. That's the closest thing I have, and I just wanted to share with you just in case you own Off the Charts as well. Even here on this finger, you can see how it's starting to pull from the tip. I don't know, you guys, just not my favorite. This polish really got me in a bad mood. I immediately took it off after I swatched it because I was looking forward to this one and it didn't work out. So on my swatch picture, you're gonna see 3 coats with top coat of Pisces. Wanted to quickly mention that I have this China Glaze polish. This is in the shade Mermaid for Bluer Waters. It was part of their 2018 Shades of Paradise collection. And if you're really looking for something that gives you a mermaid vibe with that aqua turquoise shimmer, the shimmer looks very similar to Pisces. Obviously, they're not the same polish, but if you were really looking for mermaid vibes polish, I highly recommend you go to this one instead. I do have a review / swatch video on this polish, so I'll link that on the description box for you as well. Even though Pisces did not work out for me, the other 2 polishes in this bundle are beautiful. So I'm just gonna go in alphabetical order because I love them both the same. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with Cancer, you guys. And just look at this. Cancer is just a basic cream polish, but it has a magnificent formula. And on KL Polish's website, Cancer is described as a medium tone blue-gray polish that will look chic with any look. You guys, this polish is so beautiful. I feel like the only reason why I couldn't get it opaque in 1 coat is because I maneuver my polish way too much. That's just my way of applying polish. But this is borderline 1 coater. It's so wonderful. Cancer is so beautiful, so easy to work with. I love it. Now, when I was looking for comparisons, I did find some that reminded me or were kind of similar to Cancer. Let's cancel out the 2 that are way off to begin with. This is Cozy in there, and as you can see, Cozy in there is much more blue versus Cancer, it's more gray. And then the other one that I thought might be kind of close, not really. It's 1435, and of course 1435 is more like a blurple when it comes in comparison to Cancer. These 2 are the closest in color, yet they're not dupes at all. Very different polishes, and this is from the Zodiac Collection as well. Here's Virgo. I already reviewed Virgo on the Earth bundle, so if you're interested on that, check out that video. But yeah, even though they're close, they're very different polishes. Nothing else from KL Polish comes close to this. The one that I swatched on my fingernails today that I found in my stash that is quite close to it is this one from L'Oreal, and this is in the shade Grecian Goddess. So if you own this polish, you definitely don't need Cancer. On my pinky is the L'Oreal polish, and on my ring finger is Cancer. I feel like the one from L'Oreal is just a smidge darker, but they're just too close, way too close. So Cancer is not that unique to my collection, but it might be unique to yours. If you do own Essie's Petal Pushers, I think that's the name, that one is just a smidge lighter than this, but very close, almost dupes. So if you have Essie's Petal Pushers or L'Oreal's Grecian Goddess, you don't need this one. But, you know, for collector's purposes, and if you don't own this kind of shade, I guarantee you'll be really happy with this polish because the formula is spectacular and the shade is amazing. On my swatch picture today, you're gonna see 2 coats with no top coat of Cancer because the glossy finish that you see, it's in the polish already. Beautiful finish. My hands as a whole are a mess in this video, but I'm gonna fix that after I film this. This is the hand that looks the best. I've been wearing this polish since Saturday. Today's Monday. There's already some tip wear and whatnot on this polish, but what you're seeing right here is Scorpio, which is one of my favorites from this bundle too, along with Cancer. The formula on this polish is fantastic, you guys. I love this polish. On KL Polish's website, Scorpio is described as a deep metallic burgundy polish that has a slight black flip. In my opinion, this polish doesn't have a metallic finish. To me, it's more like a black base with the burgundy shimmer. But, you know, potato, potato. I don't write the descriptions for this polishes. I mean, Pisces is definitely a metallic and it looks nothing like the finish Scorpio has. It was very inconsistent on that 1 coat application, so I'm gonna say it's definitely 2 coater versus Cancer. I think if you're careful, you can get it opaque in one. So let me show you how it applies. There it is, one coat of Scorpio. You can see how pigmented and rich this polish is. And that shimmer coming through, it's just stunning, you guys. Beautiful, beautiful formula. I'm gonna insert a picture of this polish on 2 coats with no top coat. And as you can see, even without the top coat, that burgundy metallic finish that the website describes has no issue coming through, which is very impressive because the base is really dark. Scorpio is also very unique to KL Polish's line. Over here we have Cassiopeia, and I mean, they're nowhere near. I believe this one is more of like a hollow polish. They're not even close. The one that comes the closest, in my opinion, from her line is Prince Cornelius, but they still have very different finishes. To me, Prince Cornelius is more metallic than even Scorpio is. The only other polish that I have in my stash that's a similar idea, because they're not dupes at all, is this one from Essie, and this is in the shade Decadent Dish. This one's more reddish, versus this one's more of like a deep berry. It's really up to you to decide if you're gonna need both of them, but like I said, they're not dupes. It's just basically the same idea. Insert in this video. I was already editing the video when I realized that I do have a dupe for Scorpio in my collection. I recently reviewed this polish from Sally Hansen. I'll link that review in the description box for you as well. This is Falling Deep, and if you already have Falling Deep, you do not need Scorpio. They're very similar polishes. The main difference between these 2 polishes, when I see the swatch pictures, is that the shimmer, the red pigment that comes through on this polish is a lot stronger than this one. So this one looks more black versus this one. You can definitely see that black to burgundy flip. But yeah, guys, Falling Deep and Scorpio are very similar. Beautiful formula, beautiful polish. I love this so much. And on my swatch picture, you're gonna see 2 coats with the top coat. Alright guys, so here's my roundup for the water signs. Let me know in the comments below if you have found a dupe for Pisces. I would love to know that because I think this color is wonderful. You know, it's just, unfortunately, the formula didn't work for me. In my opinion, you would not be disappointed with either one, Cancer or Scorpio. Hard to pick one over the other. I recently did a video on my favorite black polishes, and if I had swatched this one by then, this one would have made it for sure. If you missed that video, I'll put it in the description box for you as well. Cancer, even though it's just a basic cream, it's a really well done cream polish. If you've already picked any of these polishes up, let me know your thoughts on them in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you're not part of the community, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you join us. Remember, I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, with recently the occasional extra videos from KL Polish. As always, thank you so much for spending some of your time with me today. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!